观察。
另一名队员呢，现在释放了一个仿生鸟，它的作用是，现在呢看到的是一个仿生鸟在空中呢进行对我们前方的区域进行前期的侦察。它仿生鸟的特点呢和真的。
And I would like to use the rest of my time to say how appalled I am that people are bringing up the Holocaust. Do not use other genocides to describe this one. I have been...
Who is the Chippy Chippy Chubba Chubba cat? I found her in the original video. Her name is Cocoa, and her birthday is 12 May 2019.
These Israeli families are gathering here because they want to go and live in Gaza, which they sometimes call Gush Katif, even as war continues to bring death and destruction to Palestinians in the Strip. Their signs read, "Only settlements will bring security," and conquering, settling, winning.
You look in the Torah and you see, very simple, the answer there, you know, that Israel belongs to the Jews and Gaza is Israel. Doesn't mean that you're not allowed to live here if you're not Jewish, no. But at the same time, it belongs to the Jews.
We need to see a cease. We need to see a humanitarian pause so we can flow. We need to see ceasing of the levels of violence that we're seeing.
Yes, hi. I couldn't understand the French part, but it's Tucker Carlson calling from the United States. And I'd be grateful if you pass a message on to the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. We are coming to liberate Canada. We are coming to liberate Canada, and we'll be there soon. Merci. What happened after Weimar, do you know? Let's skip that.
Our church has had a lot of bad dealings with those demon-possessed Canadians. A big Canadian flag flies at our church upside down, the international symbol of distress. We fly it day and night to educate and warn people about the faggy Nazi regime just to the north of us.
Get the Mexican those kids out of here and you get out of here! You go back to Mexico!
This is one I really want you to look at closely. I had no idea of this. This is Russian social media. This is called Vatnost. And I guess if you're a 21-year-old Russian boy or girl, you tune in to this.
But who ended the Holocaust? I mean, what country?
The Soviet Union, actually.
Okay, but
I mean, the Soviet Union did that.
No, I mean, the Soviet
we walked
Union...
in after the Russians had suffered what 20+ million casualties and marched into Germany.
Sure, but without the United States' intervention, a heck of a lot more people would have died in that atrocity.
Да здравствует наша славная Родина, ее свобода, ее независимость. Под знаменем Ленина вперед, победа!
Address. Welfare state is going to be a thing. Socialism is going to be a thing, or we are all going to starve.
Yeah.
Most of us will. Period.
Yes. Oh, $15 from Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski in the house. Wow.
That's the Unabomber.
Oh man, yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, that is, the Unabomber just gave us $20.
We don't want ICC's hypocrisy to apply here in our country. President Putin is welcomed. We know our friends.
Maybe she shouldn't have reached this state. Maybe it was her destiny to be mine instead, and we would have died young together during a war or a battle. And her beauty would have been preserved forever, like Mishima. You know, Mishima too, like the monk I mentioned, the mystics I mentioned. He preserved his eternal power and youth in a gesture of great and awe-terrifying action before the people, making his body beautiful for the day of his transfiguration. So I say this to you, annihilate everything that exists.
A Chinese reality show is bringing Gen Z celebrities to go work in the countryside. The Become a Farmer show brought actors, singers, and even members of a boy band to do agricultural work in Hangzhou, which is in the eastern part of China. Young people are tasked with farming a huge piece of land that also includes a river and 3 fish ponds. In preparation for the show, the participants had to learn and get licenses to operate tractors and harvesters. In addition to farm work, they stayed in an abandoned warehouse where they themselves were responsible for cleaning and fixing everything, even during power outages and heavy rainstorms. You'll be happy to know that any returns or profits from their labor will be given back to the peasant who owns the right to the land.
Very clear to the Chinese that if you invade Taiwan, we're going to blow up TSMC. I just throw that out not because that's necessarily the best strategy, but because it's an example of debate that's out there. And of course, the Taiwanese really don't like this idea.
I'm not blowing up TSMC.